Sure does.
This is pretty fantastic. We have a lovely live today that's really kind of going to talk about, well, how as a community we all contribute with our gifts. And that's really the best thing that we have going for all of us is our gifts within this world. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I guess before we go into all that, we'll start with the regular rigmarole, if you will. And that first piece is the hashtag
Holy jumpin' tuna fish.
If you see something that rocks your world today or makes you think a little bit different or is just like, I haven't thought that way before, throw in that hashtag holy jumpin' tuna fish, because we always love to be able to know what you guys are really liking as well. I'm thinking this is going live. Something seems weird. Hold on one moment.
Why does it seem weird?
I don't know, because there's absolutely nothing happening on this. Find that intriguing.
You're smart,
right?
Who's a smart one?
I'm going to just do a quick refresh for anybody that's... There we go. I think we've got... Lenore says good morning, so that's got to be a good sign.
Yes, it does.
Good morning, Lenore.
How come it's not showing?
I don't know. Super weird.
But you can see our face, Lenore?
Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're working now. Is live now. There we go. Okay, very good. A couple more people pop in. There's Regina too. Nice to see you guys. Okay. Holy jumping tuna fish, we covered it. I was a little panicked there for just a quick moment. And of course, this goes along with today too, because we're going to share this out to everybody that you know. Share it to everyone, because we all want everybody to recognize their gifts in life and how that can help us as a whole as well. After all, sharing is in fact caring. It's absolutely true. So share this baby out. And this goes along with today as well as that hashtag, we are life changers. Every single one of us, you guys watching this live, me, you, everybody is a life changer, and it all depends on how we choose to change lives around us. So keep that in mind all the time as we want to stick on that, remembering we are life changers out in this world.
And I think sometimes though, even if you don't feel like you're a life changer, I think sometimes we forget as humans, it's the smallest thing that actually affects another human being. So it could be that gentle touch on the shoulder. It could be that warm smile or those kind words that you just said. It's so small when we're trying to figure out those beautiful things that we bring to the world, that's what we really want to stay focused on, because we are not bad people. We are good people.
Good-hearted, solid people. Good morning, Mike. See you on here too. And I guess we should introduce ourselves before we get going. So my name is Carolyn Charles. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, as well as an instructor and facilitator for the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning, Inc.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carrie Fulmick, the founder and master instructor for our certification, or should I just say it's actually just a career course, because it's about changing your entire course of life into doing a career, but working with horses in a completely different way. We love what we do to help humans, because, humans are always searching for their purpose in life. And here's one thing I'm going to help all of you out with. If you haven't found your purpose is actually just to help another human. That's why our live today is so great, and what it is that we're talking about, because maybe we'll help you to figure out, what is my gift? Because you do have a gift. But I love what it is that we do, because we literally let the horses do the teaching in our programs, which is all done on the ground, because the number one thing our certification includes is the welfare of the horse first. The horse speaks to the humans who come in that we help, and it's through the horse that the human actually is empowered to come up with a lot of their solutions to their own problems in their own life. And that's where it's so darn humbling when you're in the presence of a horse teaching a human, and you see the human empowered by figuring it out on their own, and you see the horse respond, because the horse, the number one thing they need to feel is safe. Exactly. And when that horse feels safe, the human is like, look at what I just did. And you're just like, you can never get a big head in this course, in this career, in this job, because the horse will never let you. But it truly is beautiful to see humans making changes because the horse said so, not because we said so.
No, we're not that profound if you've been following. I love that Lenore said, and Cookie. Cookie's a gift all by itself. I truly do believe that.
Cracky.
I forgot to mention as well, if you're catching this on replay, throw in that hashtag replay so we can come on back and say hello to you as well. And then let us know who you are and where you're from, because we always like to know who's watching. And it's not showing us how many people or anything today.
Interesting.
So I don't know what's happening with the little app, but I find it disturbing. It's upsetting me. So stone soup. Why the heck are we going to talk about stone soup and what is it? So I don't know if any of you guys remember this or not, but you go and tell how you came to it.
So I was working, I don't know, outside with the horses a couple of weeks ago, and I was thinking about all of you in our tribe on Facebook, all of us who are life changers. And it doesn't matter if you're with us in this business, doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, you're on our page because we are together. So together we make this beautiful family, and we bring our special gifts to it, even just by responding and knowing that you live out there. This is a beautiful way to connect. And I'm like, this reminds me, our Facebook page reminds me of stone soup. Now, I don't know if any of you remember that story, but I asked my hubby, and now he's 18 years older than I am. Now, I thought for sure he's going to know because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, what? You don't remember the stone? And she just started boiling it, and then the community came together and everybody brought their own thing to the soup. He goes, no. I said, okay, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. So then I asked Carolyn if she remembered, and you kind of did.
I do vaguely remember that story. So it must be old, but not that old. And not
but it's okay because the meaning of what this story represents for all of us, especially in our tribe, and then you have your own little tribes in your own little world as well. I think this is something that we should really keep bringing up and making regular attempts to remember what our gift is, to bring it. We got to bring it though.
Time to bring it.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. So we thought we'd share the story with you guys as well. So it's story time.
She's a good reader.
Get excited. So here we go. Stone soup. Once upon a time, a wise old man decided to go on a journey. So he packed a small bag, said goodbye to his wife, and set off. He traveled all day without meeting anyone. When it was evening, he came to a small village. I think I'll stop here for the night, he said to himself. Near the center of the village, he met a group of people, so he introduced himself. I'm a simple traveler, he said, looking for a safe place to sleep and a hot meal. We'd be glad to offer you a place to sleep, the villagers told him, but we have very little food. Our crops are very poor this year, and there's not much to eat in the whole village. Most of us are just barely getting by. I'm so sorry to hear that, the old man said, but you needn't worry about feeding me. I already have everything I need. In fact, I was thinking of making some stone soup to share with all of you. Stone soup, the villagers asked. What's that? We've never heard of stone soup. Oh, it's wonderful, said the old man. The best soup I've ever tasted. If you bring me a soup pot and some water, I'll make some of it for all of us. And so the villagers rushed back to their homes where they returned. When they returned, one was carrying a large soup pot, another had wood for the fire, and others brought water. When the fire was going and the water began to boil, the old man took out a small silk pouch. With a great ceremony, he reached out and pulled out a smooth, round stone. He carefully dropped the stone into the boiling water. The villagers watched eagerly. The old man began to slowly stir the pot, sniffing the aroma and licking his lips in anticipation. I do like a tasty stone soup, he said. Of course, stone soup with cabbage. Now that's really special. I might be able to find a bit of cabbage, one villager said, and off she went to her house, returning with a small cabbage she had stored away in her pantry. Wonderful, said the old man, as he added the cabbage to the pot. This reminds me of the time I had stone soup with cabbage and a bit of salted beef. It was unbelievably good. After a moment of silence, the village butcher spoke up. I know where there's a bit of salted beef, he said, and he went off to his shop to get it. When he returned, the old man added the beef to the soup pot and continued to stir. Can you imagine what the soup would taste like if we had a bit of onion, maybe a few potatoes or a carrot or two, and some mushrooms? This would be a meal fit for royalty. And before he knew it, the soup pot was filled to the brim with vegetables of all kinds, carrots and potatoes, mushrooms and onions, turnips and green beans, beets and celery, all brought by the men and women and children of the village. Not only that, but the village baker came out with some fresh bread and butter. Sound good?
It sounds so good. I want to make some stone soup tonight.
And as the soup simmered slowly over the fire, the wonderful aroma began to waft over the villagers, and they began to relax and talk together, sharing stories, songs, and jokes. When the soup was finally done, the old man ladled it out into bowls, and they all shared a delicious meal together. There was more than enough for everyone to eat their fill. Afterwards, they declared that it was the best soup they had ever tasted. The mayor of the village pulled the old man aside and quietly offered him a great deal of money for the magic stone, but the old man refused to sell it. The next morning, he woke up early and packed up his belongings. As he was leaving the village, he passed by a group of children playing on the side of the road. He handed the youngest one the silk pouch containing the stone, and he whispered, "It wasn't the stone that performed the magic. It was all of us together."
Isn't that so beautiful? And that is exactly what it is that we all are. I love this story, and I really love how it sounds.
You really want some soup.
Like I can taste it.
Stew or something's going to be on the menu over the next couple of days.
Gracious.
I can tell now. But I love this story, especially right now, because it's people coming together. Anytime we can all come together and share something, our gifts, or contribute to a soup or whatever it may be, that's when we can really start to make a difference. So the question for all of you today is, what are you bringing to the pot?
Yeah.
Right? And this is
so type it
a
in.
Question. Yeah, we want to know. What do you
exactly? Because when you hold strong to what it is that your gift is, that's what you're bringing to the world. That's what you're bringing to your family, to your workplace, to who you. Mm-hmm. Here's the most important thing with the gifts that we do have and that we can contribute. We must know inside our own being how beautiful that gift is. And remember, it's that we're not looking for huge. No. Because like he even said, it's not the stone that was magic. It was the idea. It was all those humans coming together. That's what the magic is.
Absolutely. Oh, and I see Breeze on this morning. And Shanna too. Okay. And Lenore. I love it. My smile.
Beautiful.
You have a stunning smile. You're right. And that can spread joy to others as well.
Regina, an open mind. And you know, I love that because you can actually feel people as you're coming towards them through even that energy. You can feel, are they open-minded to hear something else? Mm-hmm. Or they're the ones that you just say, not even going to bother saying a word because you know their mind isn't open enough. I've had that a few times where I'm like, not even worth it. And then you meet someone, you're like, this is exciting. Let's actually have a conversation because you can say your stuff, I can say my stuff, and you can say your stuff and my stuff, and it just keeps going back and forth, and it's fun.
I think that this is one of those things, I've mentioned it in a previous live, but that's really missing now is the ability to have a healthy debate and realize you do not have to get along as long as you're willing to listen to another side, or not get along. You don't have to agree.
Yeah.
Not everybody has to be on the same page, and we do a lot of we aren't saying enough now because you don't want to offend somebody. Well, having an opinion isn't offensive. I mean, if you're being it's different.
A dickwad.
A dickwad. I adore you, Carrie.
Or a witchy bitchy.
Witchy bitchy. If you're being a dickwad or a witchy bitchy, then you're being offensive. You're doing something like that because you're not it's not a healthy debate at that point. But having the opportunity to share ideas and opinions, that's sorely missing now. We should be able to do those things and realize we don't have to have the exact same opinion to be able to get along. And I think that's huge. Who else do we have on? Shanna, strength of spirit.
Ooh.
I love that one too. That's that perseverance that you can show and display for others as well. I love that. Dila. Oh, hi, Dila. Empathic ability. You know,
Akabaka Jotaka.
We say a lot about reading the room. People who have that empathic ability and know how to respond within a room, how to communicate with people by feeling those pieces is huge. And that really does bring us to an empathetic place as well, where we can feel for where somebody else might be, even if we haven't been in that situation before too, right? So that's beautiful. I agree with you. I miss a good conversation, Dila.
You and me both.
Yep. The ability to have a healthy debate. I mean, we used to sit around at the pub.
Right.
And somebody would say something and somebody would say something else, but it wasn't going to fisticuffs. Nope. It was just that we could actually debate something and it was fun. Do they still have debate class?
I highly doubt it. Because what would you debate?
Neither of our children are in that area. So if you guys know, let us know. A caring heart. That's a very beautiful one as well. I love that. Having the ability to care and be kind is a gift. And one that we all have the capability of, but not everybody chooses to use that particular gift at this point.
Because I do agree, as humans, we definitely all have that beautiful gift inside of us to be able to be kind or to be what I said before.
Mhm.
I will not repeat those
We
nasty words
said it
that I
enough.
said. Exactly.
It was nasty. You're so bad.
It was so nasty. I was live. Oh, Brianne.
My ability to tell the hard truth. Yes. Like, don't use so much toilet paper. You will plug the toilet. Honesty, though. Like, and again, it's not about being mean about it, but being honest with somebody. The best friends you can have in life are the ones that you go shopping with. And they say, that is not the outfit for you. It makes you look a little chubby on the rump. That is a good friend to have, because then you're not wasting money on something that's going to make you look chubby and you won't wear it anyway.
And you know, it's so funny because I really love that piece as well. I shoot from the hip. I do it in a very kind and well, I did just do it in a kind way. But if someone asks me the truth, you better be ready for me to tell you the truth, or otherwise don't ask. And I will say it just the way it is. And it's nice. Now, there are lots of people who don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really comprehend the why, but my whole thing is, even in the gift and what it is that we know, I will never stop being truthful. If you like it or not, that's totally up to you. It doesn't bother me any, because I'm not going to change because I don't think you should have told me the truth that I had a boogie running down my nose. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you you have a boogie running down your nose because I'm looking after you in this world.
You're about to gag.
I have a gag reflex when it comes to that stuff. But no, like, it's so funny, even in our gifts and what it is we all bring to the world, this is why it's so important. We have to know it for me, myself, and I. Because we have to be very strong in our power of our gift, no matter what. Even Lenore with it's my smile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if someone keeps looking at you and you can still pull out your smile, that means you've got the gift. You've got that power to retain it no matter what a human is doing to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And going back to that gift of honesty too, that's when you know that you have somebody who's not blowing sunshine.
Yes.
Right? Like, even when we've talked, there's certain topics that you don't talk about with women a lot, right? So there's weight and there's age and there's things like that generally you kind of avoid the topic. Well, we talk about this stuff because we're workout buddies, but we talk about it. And, you know, when I say to Carrie that I feel chubby or look at this little thing I have, if she says to me, I don't see it. Yeah, you do. Like,
yeah. Who are you trying to fool here?
You blind? Like, then you kind of lose that faith in the other person. Whereas if you can if they let you feel how you feel in that moment and be like, yeah, dude, that sucks, but that's why we're doing this, or something else along those lines, then you have that relationship where you can honestly trust somebody. So you know when they say something good to you, that is the truth as well. And that goes a long, long way. Oh, they canceled the stop debate clubs and classes in the state, most places in the States.
So no one's let's stay in the all good stuff.
Honesty is good.
Yeah.
Accountability for
Christina.
Shanna. Oh yeah, Christina. I think she just said that her Wi-Fi is stalling, so she's going to try to.
Oh, that's not your gift. I see.
No, that's
not. But you know what? Let's think about this for a moment. The internet, the Wi-Fi, it's really our brain. And I am telling you, this Wi-Fi right here goes out on a regular basis. Like, I'm telling you, I don't even have 20 seconds and the Wi-Fi is gone.
You can just almost see that spinning wheel that you get.
That's where I'm at regularly. I don't know what's happening to me in my gift of life.
I can't talk.
Yeah.
Dila says, I prefer truth, knowing where I stand. I don't like people who aren't truthful.
Right.
Or who say one thing to your face, and then say another behind your back. That's true. If you can't say it to someone's face, you shouldn't be going around saying behind somebody's back either.
You know, and that's really valid too, because the one thing we always say, even being with as many people that we work with, I would never say something to one facilitator like in a way that it couldn't be repeated. Any words I ever say in business, in my family, is always means you can repeat it to the other human, because it's not a secret. I don't like to do those secretive kind of pieces. Don't tell them. Yeah. No, don't tell me those things, because you know what? Then the honesty kind of it's gone, you know? And I mean, a secret is different, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like that kind of a thing.
And venting to like help somebody go through a situation.
Yeah.
But otherwise we're getting into gossip.
Right.
Gossip is never fun. It's never going to be good because it always comes out and it's always going to come back on you, right? So what's that phrase is always talk to people and treat people the same way you would going up as when you would come down.
Ooh,
is that what it is?
Bucka.
Going down
Sure,
when you come
sounds
up?
good
Something
to me.
along this line. Yeah. So you never do know how your words can affect people. So keep them positive. Lenora and I tell each other the truth about what needs to be said. And truth doesn't, people get truth and honesty mixed up with being mean.
It's not.
It's not. It's being honest.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're blowing sunshine, people know. Like, I mean, everybody has that gut feeling to know when somebody's fake, right? Or being fake to you as well. My family is full of secrets. It is awful. That's would be so very hard
because you just don't, then you're not comfortable just having a conversation sitting around because you're like, oh, I better watch what I say like that. I don't like a world full of secrets either. It's very, very, very difficult. Totally agree.
Your gift while we're waiting for other people's, whoever else, we should start calling people up. What's your gift? Come on, Mike, we saw you guys on here. What's your gift? What's yours?
My gift is actually helping other humans to understand what their gift is. We work with a lot of people who think that they don't have a gift in life because they've really never thought about it before. And I'm really good working with the horses, not on my own. So I can't just have a Zoom with you. Well, maybe I could through what you say to me, but no, through the Zoom conversation is what I mean. I can hear things that you might not be aware of, that you're already saying what your gift is, but very, very good at helping another human to find their gift. And when humans find their gift, it actually fulfills them in a completely different way than they thought of before. And I think that's really important. As a living human being, it is difficult to live in life. There is lots of days that are tougher than others. Life is hard every single day. But there's so many great pieces to life that fills our entire entity. Just even breathing is kind of cool when you're in that mindset of this is who I am. I can live with this. And being strong enough to be okay with who it is that you are. Sometimes people are like kind of like the EOs where they want to really not portray their true gift because they're scared what other humans are going to think of them. And in my opinion, those humans shouldn't be in your life. Well, I'm not giving you that advice. That's the way my brain works. As if I'm too honest, I have lots of people who say you're fake. Like they don't believe that this is who Carrie
That's the positivity piece though. Because she's so positive with things a lot of times too. And she's happy. She smiles. That's good stuff.
People don't like it. They don't like me for that. So it's like, oh, well, I guess it's your loss because this is who I am. I do not change in between, right?
Yeah. Regina said too, I wonder when the world changed that everyone became so delicate that we can't be kindly truthful. I think it's when we stopped appreciating the differences.
You're right.
That not everybody has to be the same.
Heck no.
In fact, our differences is what brings us greatness. Together. Yeah, those are the things that make this world so phenomenal, and having different relationships with different people and communication styles and all of those pieces are what makes us different, and that's glorious that we can be different.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should tell them to watch that video that we found yesterday with Garth Brooks. Is it free? What's the
it's on Garth Brooks' page. We Shall Be Free.
Oh, that when you watch it, it really brings us back to that's who we are. And I don't want to say used to be, but I do agree with you very much so, Regina. There are things that did happen with those pieces, but you know, deep down, who we are is who we are, even though we've been having to be covered in thoughts and in voice and in all of those things. That's still who it is that we are. And it's like, you can't really change those pieces because they live inside of us, right?
Yes. I love this one too. Kamal, people open up their darkest secrets, even when they meet me for the first time. They say, I don't know what it is about you, but I've told you what I've hidden for all of these years. You must just give that feeling of safety. You're
a horse.
Yeah.
You're a horse. Yep. That's beautiful. But you're you. Don't want to offend. You are you as a human being. But that's because that's what the horse does so beautifully for all of us humans. Yeah.
And what a beautiful gift that is. The one thing that can always be the hard part of that is then you're taking all those things on. So you have to know how to release yourself of them too. But what a beautiful gift that people feel that's safe with you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's stunning.
I love it.
Dila, I have lost lots of friends over the past couple of years because of being me.
Yep.
Like I have always. The last few years, I don't want to say it's shown people's true colors, because I don't think this is how people actually.
I think it has. See, now we're having a conversation, because I don't agree with what Carolyn is saying, and we're not going to be ugly with each other all day because I disagree with her.
But I think people have fallen into the ability to say things that they know that they shouldn't, with everything that's going on, and the nastiness breeds nastiness. And I don't think that's, like, if you meet somebody face to face, generally they would never say the same things to you as they would write online. But nastiness breeds nastiness. And with all of this stuff online, it's turned a very large group of people to say ugly, ugly things that I don't think someone would ever say to your face. Right? They just wouldn't. So I like to have the thought and belief in people that they aren't like that. But I think it's given them an outlet, maybe somehow. I don't know.
And I mean, I don't know where Dila is coming from for that fact. I should just talk on social media. But well, for myself, even with family and friends,
that's true.
I 100%, that has been face to face. That has been over a phone. And there's no having these different opinions. It's either my way or you're whack play, a whack piece, and I'm done with you. And I'm like, okay, because I'm still happy. I don't stress about it. I go to sleep, because I still have to be true to me no matter what. I am not mean. I am not unkind. I would never be unkind to a human being. Like, it's just not in my blood to do that. Anger is not even a part of who I am. So when I say my stuff, I just say it in my truths, and the things do happen. So you see, it's
people that
I guess where we're thinking is different. Pardon?
The people that have flipped or that have done these things, have you been shocked by many of them?
I think so.
I think most of the people
because
that
I don't
have gone
many
that
friends.
way, I haven't been shocked that they did.
Oh, so you kind of knew it in your blood before.
Yeah. So I don't think there's been a handful of people maybe that have surprised me into how their reactions and how they speak to others. There's been a handful, but most of the people I was like, I kind of saw that coming. So I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, maybe for both, hey?
Yeah.
But it's okay, because you know what? And here's our gift again. It's all of us together. So here on our Facebook tribe, the family, the herd that we are in together here, we bring it together. We're creating new relationships, even within this beautiful tribe. And that's okay, because I even remember a long time ago that saying, you know, how some humans come into our life for sometimes short, medium, sometimes long. And then you're supposed to transgress onto another pathway with another human. So it's okay. Like, to me, it's okay with what's happened. It's kind of like cleaning the slate, if you will, of who you will trust.
Yeah.
Because
trust is huge.
I do have to tell you, so many trusts have been broken. And I don't know, it's going to take a long time before we get to a trust piece again. And there might only be 3 humans on this earth that I would ever trust, right?
Yeah. And Michelle, people are not coping well. This has created a divide. And you're absolutely right. And the problem with that divide is that nobody thinks they're wrong.
No.
Right? So you have to be able to accept, instead of, it's not about changing everybody's mind. That's not your job. Your job is to give them education, or to give them those things if you see fit. But it's not about dividing all of us. It's about how do we come together throughout all of this too. Erica too. Oh my, this is a conversation is timely. Yes, it is.
And that's why that Garth Brooks song, I think it really brings everything together for all of us who are together. I think each and every one of you will love it. So definitely go find it. It's a great video.
And
with the song. Yeah, it is super old.
It was based off of other things that they were trying to support at the time. But, you know, freedom and how it's still very timely now, because it's all those same pieces that really need to come back into effect. It's bring the love, people, bring the love.
Yeah.
I think it's fear-based, thinking that they aren't taught how to handle it. And that's, again, where we get back to nobody's taught to have these conversations where we can have different opinions. And then it leads to anger because you're not changing people's minds.
That's true. So debates should actually be in elementary,
absolutely,
junior high, bring it into high school, because that is the biggest thing that's lacking in our world is communication and real communication. So yeah, I agree. That's pivotal.
Yeah. Agree to disagree and just be, you got it.
Yeah.
My horse has helped me a lot with the grieving loss of freedom, friends, and life paths. Thank God for horses.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
I
And,
agree.
you know, the people that we have coming in through our programs and that sort of thing right now, I can't say enough, thank God for horses, because it's, again, it's not about having to worry about what you're saying to another person or to worry that you might say something that's going to offend somebody or anything else like that. They just get to have an authentic conversation with themselves and with a horse. And that is such a beautiful piece for people to be able to heal and move forward right now as well.
You know, it's an awkward place too. I have to say, like, I'm pretty, well, I am. I'm just very, very straightforward. I have words in my head that just naturally come out because this is who I am. But the other day, because we're helping families in the Calgary area whose parents are not wanting to have them, you know, get the, you know what? So of course we don't discriminate. Of course we're going to help anybody who needs help.
Having a hard time.
But
lost
here,
everything.
We haven't worked with kids, I would say, for a very, very long time. That's how we started. We always worked with the kids from the Calgary School Board. But anywho, long story short, we changed our target. Now we're helping these little families, and it's for the kids. So the parents just get to be there, but they're not participating.
No.
Oh my gosh. I was up there and I'm like, okay, guys, so this is what we're going to do. And then my brain says, am I allowed to say that? And then out in the arena, as I'm saying, hey, that's great, Chickie. And then I'm like, oh, am I allowed to say that? Like, I have to say, even for how strong and grounded and rooted I am, I'm really upset that now my brain is questioning who I naturally am in verbiage and just being who I am, which I try to be funny. I know I'm not, but I try.
Sure you are.
No, I'm really not, but it's affecting even the way I think now. And I don't like that. I want those thoughts to go away. And I want to just be me. Mm-hmm. And you either like me for who I am or you don't like me for who I am. Like it has to be that simple. But now I'm questioning it in my little Wi-Fi brain that doesn't last long.
Yeah. That doesn't last like a wheel. Rita, I like this too. Pivot. I think I have the gift to pivot. Make changes when needed. See and use the good in every situation instead of dwelling on the crappy parts. Most of the time, we all have weak moments, though. Absolutely. You can't be positive all the time.
Pivot.
Yeah.
That is a great freaking word.
Who else's head just went to that Friends episode?
Right? That's pivot.
That's all that's going in my head right now. But what a beautiful gift. And that's the kind of gift that can inspire others as well, right? When other people are in a rough spot, you give them the opportunity to maybe see things from a different perspective as well. See, Lenore thinks you're funny.
Well, thank you, Lenore.
You are funny, both of you. Thank you.
Okay. And I do appreciate that. I mean, Sid thinks I'm funny. My kids do. Carolyn, she gets a charge out of me. But here's the difference. They laugh at me. They do not laugh with me. Now, Carolyn is the funny human in our life. She's funny. So we laugh at the things that she says because she's making us laugh. We don't laugh at her. They laugh at me.
But it can't be at you because you also laugh with it, right? Like you're never offended by those pieces,
no, because it's so goofy.
We were in the car the other day and she said something kind of silly. And it struck me as maybe one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. So I was just belly laugh, killing myself. But the funniest part about it is most people would think something and realize it's kind of silly and then not say it out loud because you realize that it's silly. Carrie thinks it, realizes it's silly, and then tells me that she was thinking that anyway, just so I get a laugh. Like, I think that's very generous. That's why you're funny, is because you're willing to share those pieces.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And it's funny that you even say that, because that I do feel is my gift, is humor. That even in conversations and communication piece too, and I guess understanding what that humor would be for different people and communication styles falls into that too. But I think humor for me has gotten me very far in life because I have the ability to use it for myself and others.
And she does it so very well. Like, I laugh all the time with Carolyn. Like, she just has it. And one little thing goes in and she's spitting it out. And I'm like, how does she do that? And she knows every song, every trivia, I don't know what I did last night, but I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't get where it comes from, but I mean, she has people roaring on a regular basis. And that is funny. Her family doesn't think she's funny though.
No,
and
they don't find me that amusing.
I look at her and I'm like, how does someone not find you funny?
Yeah.
Like, she could be a comic, a comedian. Comedian.
Comedian.
I'm comedian.
Comedian. Don't scratch the door.
Oh my goodness.
Erica, I love you, ladies. Humor is the best medicine. It is. It has saved me for sure. That is a gift. Silly and goofy humor gives humor. See, that's what we don't put the U in for us Canadians.
You see, you USA people, straighten up and put the U's in.
It gives us all the empowerment to be goofy and silly. My daughter has this gift in spades. It's one of her best qualities. Laughter is like, even so, we don't like to work out, but we do it twice a week. Because we feel we're at the point in life we have to. That's why we do it, not because we love it.
Well, it all started when the world changed.
Yeah, we had to do something, right? Yeah. So that's what we do. But even in the midst of all of that, yesterday, Carrie asked a question and the trainer said to her, "This is your first time here." And it struck both of us as so funny that we were just howling laughing. And even working out, laughter can make better. It takes a lot to make working out better for us. Jacqueline, it's easy to approach people who have a good sense of humor than people you can't even look at. True that. I miss smiling at people and being able to see if they smile back. I know you can see it in the eyes, but there's something about that smile. I love it. I don't know. I miss that part.
Smiles are so beautiful. Faces are so beautiful.
They are.
You know, it's just like with babies. I remember someone was telling me this story we're close to a little town called Strathmore, Alberta. And she was a new mom. And of course, she would put the mask on everywhere she went to, in the grocery stores, wherever she had to go to. Then she decided something was happening with her baby. And I forget what the exact words were, but she was seeing that the baby wasn't recognizing certain things. So she did some little research stuff, whatever it is she did. She decided from that point on, because it was wrecking her baby, that she was never going to wear a mask around her baby again. Not even at a store. It didn't matter where she went. She's showing her baby who it is that she was. And she felt better. The baby started to spark up more and, make the conversation, because babies, if they can't see kids, hey, as an adult, if I can't see how you say your name phonetically or through your mouth, I actually don't hear it. So this is where the powerful piece of what she did was amazing. And then this older fellow came up to her and he goes, "Oh, what a cute baby." And he had his mask on. And she's
stone-faced, wasn't he?
Something like that. And she just said, "Yeah, or can I see your baby?" And she said, "Oh, absolutely you can. But I do ask that you take off your mask so he can actually see who you are." And I'm like, whoa, that's a cool story. I like that.
And he did, and the baby smiled
the
second that he saw his face and mouth. So it's very
gutsy too.
Everyone is beautiful when they smile. They did studies on it. That's so true. So true. Doesn't matter age or anything else like that. When you smile, I think one of the most beautiful things, especially on like women and men as they get older, is when they get laugh lines. When you can see someone has smiled like their whole life, I think that's so stunning.
It is quite beautiful. Yeah. That reminds me of that Dove commercial. I don't know if you've ever watched this YouTube Dove commercial, but what they did, and it was with women, and an artist would just look at me and say, "So how do you see yourself?" And let's say it'd say, "Well, I got lots of wrinkles underneath my eyes. I have a double chin. My nose is too long, reminds me of a witch." All these things that we as humans throw out. So he draws this picture. Then he brings in a friend or a family member. He goes, "So what does Carrie look like to you?" So she goes, "Oh, she's got beautiful eyes that open when she smiles. Her teeth show in every smile that she has. She's got this beautiful nose." And so they say the opposite of what it is that we see. Then he shows the two pictures, what I saw of myself and what others see of myself. And that goes back to that smile piece, because you are right. Humans glow beautifully from the inside out when they are smiling. Like it's beautiful to see.
For depression, so they do say one thing you should practice doing is your self-affirmations and that kind of thing. Like, I'm good enough, strong enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. That one I always enjoy from Saturday Night Live. But they said you should smile at yourself in the mirror as much as you can, like when you're getting ready in the morning and that kind of thing. If you're putting on, have a smile on your face, because it actually reflects back into your mental state
without criticizing the smile.
Yeah, exactly. Which is sometimes the hard part too.
Right.
I never realized how much I depended on expression and lip reading until his mask reason. I thought I'm deaf, I think.
Me too.
I had no idea that I did so much lip reading. Like, even when going to a store and there's the mask and then the plexiglass and I can't hear anything and they're talking to me. And what do you want from me? Like, sign it or something. Do you want the card? What are we doing right now? I don't even know. Do you want this extra toothpaste? I don't know. Like, please stop. Just bring my stuff through. I don't know. It like makes me panic because I can't hear or understand what they're saying. My dad's deaf. So I actually went and got my ears checked last year because it's just in case I was actually going deaf. They're fine.
See, that's funny.
Yeah, it was not. It scared me.
I know, even at the airport when we were able to travel when we could, I remember being in security and then everybody's masked up and you know what, security, like I'm panicked to the 9 already because I am scared of the coppers. I'm scared of the government. And of course now, well, they fall into security. Okay. So I'm there and they're talking to me and I'm like, I don't hear you with my mask on. And that's what I keep telling them.
Do you want my passport?
I don't hear you. Help me because you're going to put me in jail soon because you're going to think I'm not doing what you're asking me to do.
Do you want my ticket? Am I supposed to take off all my clothes?
What?
What do you want from me?
Oh my gosh.
So true.
Too funny. It's a good thing we can see, even laughing over this. This is fun.
You have to laugh in life.
Yes.
Because if we took everything as to the seriousness that it is right now, oh my gosh, you guys, we wouldn't make it. We really wouldn't. And you think about what's going on, even for all of you who are considering or who do this as a living, working with horses to help people, or who are considering doing it, people, they need this stuff. They need something to help get their mental perspective back in the place where it was before, to feel like some sort of normalcy or some sort of forward movement or something like that. People's mental health right now is struggling hard.
It's down the toilet, man.
Hard. Yeah.
Down. But you remember this, because we're going to keep this a really nice, beautiful way. You are a gift. You have a gift. Keep that gift. Let it just keep brewing inside of you because it feels so darn good. And remember, we are life changers. You are, we are, our animals, all the people in our lives. We are life changers. So keep that inside of you. And again, just let it boil with that stone, right? And I really like the way this is ended too, because remember, it is not the stone that performed the magic. It was all of us together. And that's what we're doing now. So
we're really, the magic.
We are the magic. So take that with you this week and really enjoy that magic and bring it to someone else. Good old stone soup. I like it. Dila,
this is the perfect way to end this off too. You are all a gift. So glad we have connected and keep connecting with you. Connection.
That is a gift.
It is a gift all on its own. Absolutely. And that's how we will change the world. That's how we are all life changers, through connecting. I really love that.
And watch the
like equine connection.
Right? Get it?
Yeah. Any of you who are friends with me, or you can find me on there too. I have it as a public post on my personal page too. So you can just look up Carolyn Charles.
Not a private post, but
it's a public post.
Yes. Have an amazing day. Live in your gift. And we will see you next Wednesday.
I don't think so.
Oh, no?
I think it'll be the one after that.
Is that it?
I believe so.
Not positive.
Yeah. Next week.
Remember, brain.
Yeah. Loading. Have a great week or 2 weeks, everybody.